In this course, we are going to discuss what is Python programming language, right? So nearly we are having so many sessions regarding this Python programming language. Let us observe that what are the contents that we are going to discuss here means. First, we are going to discuss that what is a Python programming language. What are the features that we are having? How to download, install this Python in our systems. What are the different IDEs that we are having? In that, what is Anaconda framework? In that, what is Jupyter Notebook? What is the Spider IDE? And we will start what are the different data types that we are having, what are the operators, what are the different data structures which are supportable to the heterogeneous data type elements like a list, tuple, set, frozen set, dictionary, bytes, byte array. How to work with these modules, that is from packages, libraries, modules, and how to import these modules. All these contents that we are going to discuss in this course. Yes. In the last class, right, that we discussed that what is a data science and what is machine learning. Right. So here we discussed that what is a data science. In this data science, we observe who is a data scientist, who can become a data scientist. What is the real-time process of a data science? What are the different applications that we are having in this data science? What are the technologies that we are going to use in this data science course? What are the prerequisite knowledge that to learn data science? Right. So coming to the data science, it is a concept of the statistics, data analysis, machine learning. For what purpose? To understand and analyze the data. Right. Next, we observe the importance of the data science by reading some of the articles, and then by observing the how much of demand that we are having. What is the average salary? How much of demand that it is having? What is the shortage for the next upcoming years? What is the peak demand of this data scientist, and what is the job competition? Right. Next, who is the data scientist? Who can become a data scientist? What are the skills that we require? Who is modern data scientist? See, data scientist finding means it is very hard. And also finding a people who understand who a data scientist is also similarly very hard. Alright. So based on this picture that we observed, what are the different skills that we require to become a modern data scientist? Next, data science process, very important concept. Once if you clear about this data science process, then you will get some idea that how the work is going on in this data science. How to collect the data, how to process the data, how to clean the data, what type of data that we can clean, how to analyze, how to apply models and algorithms for the predictive model, and then how to visualize, what this is the complete process of the data science. Yes. Next, we observe the applications, what we are going to use in our daily life. One of the important application, Gmail, right? Redbus, all this, Ola Cab, yes, predicting the words, it is going to memorize the previous words for the next prediction. Different applications, different types of applications. Self-driving car, Amazon Go, one of the advanced shopping technology, right? And next, what are the different technologies that we are going to use here means Python, R programming. These two are the programming languages that we require. So if you want to use IDEs for this Python and R, we are having Jupyter Notebook, Spider, R Studio, which belongs to R. All these are going to are available in Anaconda framework. It is Anaconda framework. It's one of the data science distributed. Whatever that you required, for the data science, like a programming or packages or any other IDEs, everything is available in the Anaconda. Next, whatever that you are observing, statistics and machine learning. Statistics plays the main role here, why? Because whatever that we are going to use, the concepts, or methods or algorithms, everything that it is depends on the statistics. Next, coming to this NumPy, Pandas, all these are all the different libraries that we are having in this Python and R, right? So these are all the different technologies. And coming to the prerequisiting, so here everything that we are going to learn in this course, even if you don't know the basic statistics or if you don't know the programming, basic level onwards that we are going to learn in this course, right? So next, coming to the machine learning, here we observe that what is machine learning, what is the difference between the traditional programming versus machine learning, how machine is going to learn like a human learning, right? Next, what is the difference between the machine learning and statistics? What are the different machine learning engineer responsibilities and the types of machine learning? So, here we observed all these in the last class. Nearly we spent 1.5 hours to observe this. What is data science and machine learning? Yes. Next. So, coming to the difference between the traditional programming and machine learning. In traditional, first we have to give the input and program. Based on that, it will give the output. That is the common case. But coming to the machine learning here, based on the input and output, system is going to give the program. Then it is called predictive model. Yes. So how it is going to give the predictive model means in this machine learning, however, we are going to learn from the experience, the machines are going to learn from the data, right? And then it is going to follow the instructions. So for the author Samil, what is this definition means? We are going to give some ability to the systems to learn itself without any explicit programming. Yes. So this is the difference. And how machines will learn like human learning means already we discussed with some examples by taking X and Y, right? As a humans, how we are going to learn, and then how machines are going to learn, the difference that we observed in the last class. This is the statistics versus machine learning. Machine learning statistics means for statistics, if you add the computer skills, then it is called machine learning. Next, coming to the machine learning engineer responsibilities, right? So these responsibilities that we will discuss at the time of implementation. So whatever the process that we observe in the data science, the same process that we are going to do here also. What are the steps that it is means that we are going to discuss in the implementation? How to collect the data, how to process this data, how to clean it, everything that we are going to observe. Next, coming to the types of machine learnings. 3 types: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Whenever we are going to take the data, based on the data, we are going to observe that what is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So this is the last session what we discuss. Now what we are going to do means, right? So anyhow that we observe that what is a data science and what is a machine learning, and then that we are going to discuss now here what are the programming languages that we are using. R programming and Python programming we are using here. This is the Python and this is the R. Now let us discuss about this Python programming language. Let us discuss about this Python programming language, right? So why we are using this Python programming? Why not this C, C++ and Java? Based on the differences between this Python and existing programming languages, then you will get some clarity that I will show you with the practice. All right. Now let us observe the Python. This is the common definition that we are having about this Python programming language. Wherever if you observe, you will find this definition. What is this Python? Python is a general purpose high level interpreted interactive and object oriented scripting language. Correct? Python is a general purpose high level interpreted interactive and object oriented scripting language. Now let us observe here why we are saying it is a general purpose. Whatever the purpose it is, whatever the need it is, okay, simply we are going to use this Python program. Right? So if you want to work in one of the domain, or if you want to develop any one of the application, or whatever the purpose it is, we are going to use this Python, and it is a high level programming language. Right? So here it is high level, right? So it is going to understand. Here it is easy to understand, here it is easy to work, here it is easy to maintain, and here it is easy to read the. Next, coming to the interpreted programming language. What is this interpreted programming language means? Alright, here no need to compile the code. Directly, okay, we are going to execute that code line by line. This type of language is called an interpreted programming language. Right? Similar like PHP and R programming is also interpreted. Next, interactive. Okay, what is this interactive means? Without any third party, okay, editor, directly we are going to interact with the Python prompt. What I am saying here means simply you can sit in the front of the Python prompt and then you can, okay, execute the code and then you can directly interact with the Python. Yes. Next, coming to the object oriented and scripting language. However, that we are having the features in the Java and okay scripting languages like a PHP shell script. All these features are available in this Python. So that's why simply we are saying it is a general purpose high level interpreted interactive and object oriented scripting language. Yes. Now let us start the history of this Python. Just okay, the simple history that I am showing. Okay, just observe here. Who developed Python? Python is developed by Judo van Rossum. Judo van Rossum. Right? So, in the late 1980s and the early 1990s, they developed it. But the official date of birth of this Python, it is February 20th, 1991. February 20, 1991. Where they developed it is means they developed in the year. They developed in the year that it is 1991. Actually, they developed in the early 1980s only, in the late 1980s only. Okay, but they officially they released it in the market. Okay, that it is 1991 February 20th. Yes. Now, where it is developed? Judo van Rossum is right. So Judo van Rossum is developed in the year 1990 February 20. Now let us observe here. Okay, at which location it is developed? It is developed in Netherlands. There is one of the research center that it is called National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science. National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science. Right? So this is the basic history of this Python. Now let us observe here who is this Judo van Rossum. He is the Judo van Rossum. Just a minute, it will open. Yes. He is the Judo Van Rossum. So he developed this Python simply because it is a father of the Python programming language. So he invented in the year 1991. Actually, he developed in the year, okay, in the late of 1980s and in the early 1990s, okay, but they released in 1991. Yes, he is the Judo Van Rossum. Now, let us observe here why he named as a Python. Actually, Python means even if you search in the Google, immediately we will get the snakes. Immediately we will get the snakes. Okay, Python is one of the snake, right? But there is no relation between this Python and snake. Coming to the name of this Python. Actually, there is one of the show in BBC channel at the period of 1969 to 1974. The show name it is what is the name of show name? It is Monty Python's Flying Circus. What is the name of the show? It is a Monty Python's Flying Circus. See, however that we are enjoying our Jabardast shows, right? Some of the comedy shows which are telecasted, in our TVs. Similarly, in the year 1969 to 1974, at that period, there is one of the comedy show that which is telecasted in the BBC. That it is called Flying Circus. This Flying Circus is created. That is directed by the Monty Python. So that's why the name it is Monty Python's Flying Circus. This Judo Van Rossum is very interested about that show. So he watched so many times. He shown so much of interest on that. So that's why he picked the name Python from this show. That it is the history, not Python's. Yes. So this is the small history about this Python. Now, my question is, Python is a functional programming language, or Python is a scripting language, or Python is a OOPS language? Please let us answer. Now, my question is, Python is a functional language or OOPS language or a scripting language or any other language? Yes, please, all the participants, you have to respond from your side through the chat box. At the end of the session that we are going to discuss, right, I am going to give the mute permissions for you. Right, Meghana, it is a scripting language also. OOPS language from Likita. Suresh, maybe all, and some of them are answering all. Manish, Rakesh, all. Rajesh, it is OOPS. So, right. So, like that, now let us observe here. Python is all. Python is not for, not belongs to any other. Nani, you raised your hand if you have any queries. I am going to give the, unmute permissions to you, unmute access to you at the end of the session. At the time we are going to discuss. Yes. Now, let us observe this. Python is all. It is not only particularly functional or not only for particularly OOPS concepts so and so, right? So it is all. Yes. How come Python can be all? Rajesh, for you that I am going to explain for this. Now, let us observe here. At the time of developing this Python, this Judo Van Rossum, what he done means he collected all the features from the existing programming language. He collected all the features. Let us observe here. What are the features he collected means? Python is derived from so many languages, right? Now let us observe here. Python is derived from many languages, many other languages, Let us observe this. Many other languages means, see, I am saying it is a functional based language. If it is a functional based language, these functional concepts are derived from one of the programming language, right? Like the functional based languages, functional based concepts functional programming, okay, features from which language? C language. Next, object oriented programming features from which language? Oops, from which language? You have to answer that. You have to answer that. Oops language from, okay, Java, Rajesh, Akshay, it is Rajesh, CPP, Akshay, C++, S, Somshekhar, it is Java, and some of them they are answering C++, Satvik, Saujanya, Java, Madhusagar, C++, Ajay, Rajesh, Java, right. Pooja is C++. Now let us observe here. When the Python is released, Python is released in the year 1991. But Java is released in the year 1995. Java is released in the year 1995. Right? Now Python is older than Java or not? Yes, Python is older than Java. Now these oops features are derived from, okay, C++. This, okay, from C++ language. Java is also derived from C++ only, right? But this Python is older than the, okay, Java. So they extracted these features from the C++. Next, coming to the scripting language. Scripting language features from the Perl and shell script. Perl and shell script. Modular programming features from Modular 3 is one of the programming language that we are having. From this Modular 3 they derive. Right? So these are all the different, okay, features that we are having. These are all the different features. So simply that we are saying Python is for all, not only for any functional or a oops or a scripting or like that. Okay, it is for all. My question is, Java is developed in the year 1995. Python is developed in the year 1991, means 4 years earlier than the Java. But why the people are talking nowadays about Python? Why not before 10 years? Okay, see, up to now Java is having, okay, more weightage than the Python. Whenever Python is entered into the market, not in 1991, present, okay, in the last 2-3 years onwards, everyone is trying to learn Python, everyone is doing the projects based on the Python, okay, everyone is, okay, discussing about this Python. Lack of knowledge about Python, lack of knowledge, what type of knowledge? Is a programming language. Java is also a programming language. Yes, any more questions there? Maybe advertisement? No, Rajesh? No, not advertisement. Right? Yes, any more? Why this Python is having this much of popular nowadays? But this Python is not a, okay, new language which is released in, okay, last 2 and 3 years. It is older than Java. Yes, one of the answer, it is open source, rich in libraries. Suresh, very good. Having lot of standard libraries, very good libraries. Yes, Kamini, very good. Yes, easy to understandable. See, in 1991 also it is easy to understand. Yes, Somshekhar, it is good, but in 1991 also it is open source only. At that time it is not commercial. Rajesh, it is open stack. At that time also it is open stack only. Yes, right. See, let us observe here what are the applications that we are going to develop by using Python. Okay, then we will discuss why it is popular. why it is popular nowadays, right? Now next let us keep reading applications by using Python. So by using Python that we can develop the desktop applications. By using Python that we can develop the desktop applications. Using Python that we can develop the web-based applications. By using Python that we can develop the database applications. We are going to work with the network-based applications. Alright, we can develop the gaming applications. All this. Yes, Sonam Raja, Python is a open source programming language. It is not open source from last 2 or 3 years. From 1991 onwards, it is open source only. My question is that why it is not that much of popular on the days, right? So Python is only one of the programming languages, okay, that we are having to do the applications and so and so. That it is the king. But nowadays everyone is okay doing their projects based on this only. Yes, anymore, okay, right? What about mobile applications? Are very say by using Python, okay, not that much of mobile applications is one of the drawback in the Python. Why? Because we are having so many okay languages like Android is one of the powerful okay a programming language that we are having to develop the mobile applications. When compared to that, okay, Python is not that much. Yes. Data usage management. Okay. Now let us observe here. Now desktop applications means what type of applications? Desktop applications means what type of applications? The application which is not connected to the internet. For example, if you observe this Calci belongs to the is okay desktop application, right? Next, web-based applications, the application which is connected in the internet like a WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. These are all the web-based applications. Yes, desktop we are going to connect with the databases by using this Python. We are going to work with the networking or we are going to develop the games by using these applications. Now let us observe here. If you want to develop any desktop applications or web-based applications, Java and JavaScript, those are the popular languages. PHP scripting language is there, okay, to develop these web-based applications. Okay. In this Python, by using Django, we are going to develop all these web-based applications, but not for developing web-based applications. It is popular. This Python is popular not for the for the desktop applications. It is not for the web-based applications or it is not for any other applications that you are observing here. This Python is popular for the purpose of data science applications. For the purpose of data science. Right? For the purpose of data analysis. For the purpose of machine learning. For the purpose of deep learning. Right? Natural language processing. Neural networks, Internet of Things, robotics, artificial intelligence, right? So for the sake of this data science, analysis, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, neural networks, IoTs, robotics, artificial intelligence, right? So here it is going to support the huge libraries to work on this. So that's why it is popular nowadays. not for developing desktop so and so, right? So if you want to develop desktop, okay, or if you want to develop web-based, we're having so much of powerful than Python, right? So on the days, that's why Python is not became that much of popular. Python is not became that much of popular, right? We know by using Java we can't develop these applications, which we can develop it. We can develop these applications by using Java also, instead of, okay, writing. See, if you want to work on a simple application, then you have to write multiple lines. But in Python, that you can write in a simple code. That I will show you. That I will show you just for the simple example that I will show you. Okay? Right. Now, is it clear that what are the different applications that we are having? So these are all the different applications for the purpose of from the 6th to 14th. Okay, this Python is that much of popular. For the sake of these applications only, it is having this much of popularity. There is no changes in the Python programming. Okay, whatever it is going to support, okay, that based on these support libraries only, it is having that much of popularity. Is it clear? Right. So this is some, okay, introduction. Actually, it is having so much of concept like what are the different features it is having, so and so. Now let us observe here. What we are going to discuss means, whatever the programming language it is, first we are going to start with one of the program. What is that program? Hello world. Whatever the programming it is, first program that we are going to start with, hello world. Hello world. Now let us observe here. Actually how to install this Python, how to that is like how to download and how to install, what is this Anaconda, that we will discuss in the later sessions. Why? Because in this one session it is not possible to cover all. Yes. Now let us observe here. Print hello world in before, okay, writing a code in Python. Now let us observe here how to write a code in C programming language. Why? Because whenever if you compare with the existing programming languages, then only you will get the importance of this Python programming language. And also I am going to explain what is the difference between this Python programming and R programming. Okay, you have to spend separate time to learn this Python and R. Otherwise, just if you learn one programming language, okay, you are going to work with the another that we are going to discuss. Now let us observe here how to write a code. How to write a code in C language. Okay, print some of the answers that I am getting from Sonam. I am asking about in C, not Python. Why? Because that we will discuss later Python. Right? First, let us observe in C. How to write a code? First, we have to start with the header files. Hash include standard input output dot h. Next, you have to, okay, conio.h. Hash include conio.h. Write with the main, void main or int main, and then let us start writing, okay, print. Before that, if you want to clear the screen, CLR, SCR we have to use, right? In this printf, you have to write hello world. Hello world. And then you have to end with semicolon. To print this, okay, on the screen, just get ch and then let us close. So like this, you have to write the code. After writing the code, then you have to compile this code, plus you have to run this code. After writing this, first you have to compile and then you have to run this code. The same thing that if you want to write in Java, there everything that you have to start with class. Without class, it will not work. Class and then class name. Next, you have to write the public static void main. This is the method void main, and then again, okay, let us start with print. How to print? System dot out dot println. Here you have to write the hello world, and then let us close this and then let us close it. Public static void main, here you have to write strings args. String args. So these many lines that we have to write to print hello world. Here also we have to first to save this, and then let us compile this. If you don't have any errors, then you have to run this, that is execute this. So like this you have to write, right? So just I'm not going to teach this C programming and Java programming here, just for the sake of telling the importance of this Python programming language, just I am explaining this. Right? So these many lines of code that you have to write in C and Java. The same thing that if you want to write in the Python, the same thing for the same purpose if you want to write in the Python. Now let us observe here, just I am opening Python here. Later we will discuss that how to download and how to install so and so. This is the Python programming language. It is a Python prompt it is. So directly we can sit in front of this Python prompt and then you can interact here. So that's why we are saying it is the interactive. Now let us observe what is the code that I am writing for print the hello world. Print hello world. This is the code. No need to execute the code. Why? Because it is interpreted. Directly it is going to execute. Alright. So like this we have to write the code in the Python. Now we are going to discuss about that. Okay, just by taking one of the requirement and then we are going to observe that Python is why important. Just by taking one of the application, then we will observe that why not C and Java, C++, Java, why we are going to prefer the Python, that we will discuss now. So my sincere request is, if it is disconnected, now it is going to disconnect. Once again connect with the same link immediately. Don't waste time. Immediately let us connect.